Hi, Punk Patriot. It was an interesting video for a few reasons, but I don't exactly um, agree with it. So I think that if we were already living in a society where racial thinking was no longer done, then of course Obama's election would be, unremarkable because he'd just be some other dude. But the fact that we do live in a society right now that that race is still a very big issue. I mean, as you were saying, I mean, racism is real. Uh, his election is has a very real historical impact. So I mean, race isn't real in terms of any sort of like genetic or biological thing or whatever. It's a social construct, but as a social construct, it really affects people's lives. It really creates some social and cultural differences because we're nice so separately, uh, which is something that should definitely change. But the reality is that these differences exist, and that race is still very much real. And given that, I think that just to look at Obama's election as being really, really remarkable and a really possibly important step in race relations, I think that's fine to do that. Now, of course, there might be a little bit of this white guilt, this positive racism, this desire to say that racism is over. Sure, that exists, but that doesn't change the fact that this is actually a pretty amazing thing. Just a quick addendum. I think also the suggestion that Obama wasn't elected on his merits. I don't think that's necessarily a justified assertion to make. I mean, I guess maybe you weren't directly making that, but it sort of sounds that way when you're saying that he was elected to satisfy white people's guilt. And I don't think that's necessarily fair to say. To say that that was nobody's motivation at all in the voting booth, I can't say that. It probably was somebody's, but overall, I don't think white guilt could have elected him. I mean, he definitely won on his merits. So there's that.